Thank you, everyone.
Oh, thank you, Clifford. Thank you very much, Clifford, for putting the closing assessment up there. Thank you. Clifford, would you also put the Monday 2021-12 up there as well in the chat box? Thank you so much. So Clifford has put a link to the closing assessment in the chat box if you haven't been able to get it previously. And put up the PDF, Clifford. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's look at this closing assessment, which I thought about so hard and I just knew everybody had it. Okay. So here we go. This is just to draw everything together. Now, this is Astrology 101A. 101B will be offered sometime in next year. Hopefully all of you will be able to join that class. I haven't done this before, but I'm taking attendance today, and I'm going to be speaking to Vega after class is over, so that we can arrange how we're going to handle it. More than likely, at the same time, there was a Wednesday class being conducted as well, and they're 2 weeks behind you. However, that class worked very, very much like your class. We were able to talk and to discuss things, answer questions, so that perhaps we can combine those two classes. And since we know each other now, we can have a larger class and be able to manage it in the same way. I know that I've been, I found this setup very rewarding. Initially, there were about 40 people in this class, and 12 of you have shown up consistently, and that has been perfect. It has been a dream. So thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So I will, Rodney, Michael, and Clifford, I will send you something, because I have your documents here. So I would, unless people get stuck, I would like the three of you to lay back, and I'm going to grill the women. Okay, so in what way, if any, do decanates modify the behavior of a sign?
Does it give it a more spiritual meaning?
I can read my answer.
Yes, thank you. Not necessarily, Mary. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Okay. I put the first decanate is the strongest in personality, and the second and third decanate share in the sign's character, in the next decanate and the next decanate, second and third decanate. And then I put, it is also influenced by the planet that rules that sign. Each decanate, 1, 2, and 3, is also different particular areas of life according to each sign.
Okay.
Is that right? I don't know.
I'm not clear about what you meant with your first sentence. We're not talking about personality until we get into the planets.
Okay, but is it not like Aries? Doesn't that make us strong?
Yes.
Aries, right?
Yes.
Okay, maybe
Yes.
been a better.
Yes, that's right. Aries is all Aries. That, and then, the rest of what you said, I do agree with, is that, the other decanates influence the sign. They bring with them the influences of their ruling planets and other considerations. So it modifies it in that way. So in Aries, what element is Aries?
Fire.
Fire.
And what quality is Aries?
Quality. The quality. Is angular. Is that's not the same as volume, is it?
You mean like fixed or something?
Yeah,
It's angular.
it's cardinal, movable. Angular talks about the house. When you're talking angular, you're talking about a house. Now, it just so happens that Aries in the natural horoscope is in an angular house, but I'm asking for the quality of a sign. And the quality of the sign comes with the sign, regardless of the house it's in. Does that make sense, Rebecca?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and Aries is all Aries, all me first, all I'm heading straight into the fire. But Aries Leo is modified a little bit. Aries Leo is more about being is a different kind of affable. It's not the kind of I want to get along with people as Libra, certainly, but Aries Leo would be more a showman. So, and it kind of reels in, not entirely, but kind of reels in some of that Aries energy, because Leo is what quality?
Fire.
That's the element.
Fixed.
It's fixed. And so fixed is think of roots. Fixed, it keeps one tethered. And then, when you go to Aries, Sagittarius, the third decanate, it again brings in that element, that mutable element, where it says, well, I'm going to try, I'm going to soften my approach a little bit. I'm still in Aries, God damn it, but I'm going to soften it a little bit because that mutable stuff is coming in. So that's how the decanates do modify the sign, as well as the quality of the decanate modifies the sign. And as Rebecca said, the planets that are associated with that decanate also bring in their influence. So, and all of these things are what you need in order to look at a chart when you're delineating a chart. All of these things enrich your interpretation. Yeah, so let's go to the next question. Cards from the Sacred Tarot lend understanding to each sign and decanate. Complete the chart below. What is the major arcana, minor arcana, or court card association? Include keywords and short descriptions of sign characteristics. And then I said, not every column will require an entry for every sign. I did that on purpose.
That was nice.
I was a career teacher. You have to make people think. That I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but that's the way it is. Okay, so what is that symbol?
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. What element?
Air.
What quality?
Oh Lord. Mutable. Was that, or oh God.
Fixed. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How about the keyword?
I know.
I know. Any characteristics?
Intellectual.
I like to think of,
One of a kind.
yeah. What about the major arcanum that goes with this?
I didn't get that.
The sage.
The sage, yeah. Is there a minor arcanum that goes with this?
I put down swords, one of those 5, 6, or 7 swords.
There is not. There is no minor arcanum card that goes with just Aquarius, but there is a court card, and it is the
youth card.
youth card, but it's not swords, because Aquarius is an air sign. And what suit is assigned to air signs?
Is it coins?
Coins, yeah. I'm gonna mess, poor thing, I'm gonna mess up my chart if I put that in. I'm gonna do it. For you, I'll do it.
Vanessa, this is Erin.
Hello.
I'm also noticing a reverberation from Rebecca's speakers that she may not hear. So every time we talk, Rebecca, your speakers reverberate back into the microphone. So it's like, it's coming off your speakers, I think.
Do you have two devices on?
Oh, let me unplug it. I'm charging my laptop. Is that better?
We'll have to actually listen to Vanessa speak to hear whether it jumps back at you. But right now I can still feel like your microphone, your speakers are reverberating into your microphone.
I have a computer not far from here. I'm going to go shut that completely off.
Wait a minute, are you logged into the computer, into Zoom as well while you're charging it?
Yeah, I was,
Okay,
but
you're logged in on two devices.
No, just one, but I was charging this laptop, but my computer may be on in the other room, and I can check it and turn it off.
And that wouldn't be it. It's just it's really the speakers reverberating in the microphone. It's not a device thing.
Okay, let's look at the next one. What element are we talking about here?
Water.
Now, what quality?
Fixed.
There are two signs there. Fixed won't do it.
Would it be mutable?
Yep.
Yeah, fixed and mutable. Yeah.
Fixed and mutable. What's the key word?
Desire.
I desire and I believe.
Yeah.
That was a tricky question.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm kind of proud of myself. I want you to think, because if you think about this, it's going to stay with you a little bit longer. How about some characteristics here?
You mentioned irresponsible mediumship, so I put that down.
Okay, the major arcanum that goes with this. Which decadent is this of Scorpio?
The second,
Yeah, so what's the major arcanum that goes with this?
the martyr,
Not initially.
Hierophant?
This is 4, 5, 6. So this is number 5, and 5 is the Hierophant. Well, H-I-E-H-A-N-T. The Hierophant. What else?
5 of Cups.
And what else? What's the minor card? It's the 5 of Cups.
Vanessa,
Yes, dear.
as you started out, there are 2 signs in that row. So there are 2 majors, not just one.
I don't understand. You mean it's
There's
Scorpio,
Scorpio
Pisces?
and Pisces.
Right.
So are there 2 majors, not just one?
No, just the one. Just the one. Yeah, it's just the one that because it's the 5 of Cups and the Hierophant is the 5. Then we're talking about the planets that rule it. So
what did you say the characteristics were for that one?
the Hierophant,
Okay.
the Hierophant.
Okay, thank you.
Is the number 5. And Rodney wants us also to look at the martyr, because the martyr is the card for Pisces. But Pisces is not the major, is not the sign that we're looking at.
Because we're looking
Pisces
at
is the
decanates,
decanate
right?
of Pisces is the decanate of Scorpio. The sign we're
Okay.
looking at here is Scorpio. And what's the decanate? So although it has an influence, it doesn't have the same kind of influence. Because if we were going to just look at the influence of Scorpio, we're not even going to look at the, well, no, the Hierophant is Scorpio as well, isn't it? So, because the Hierophant is the major arcanum card that influences every second decanate of every fixed sign, because it's a number 5. So yes, those other things have an influence, and not to the same degree. I understand what you're saying, Rodney. Yes, it does. But it wasn't the way that was covered in the class. So you're right. And I want to kiss right now. You got it. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Is there a youth card with this sign combination? Is there a court card with this sign combination?
Scorpio?
No.
Or Pisces?
Nope, there is no court card for this.
Okay.
It's only a minor arcanum card. The court cards are for the single signs. So a court card, where would another court card come about? It would come about down here. So let's, you see the line that I've just highlighted?
Right.
Okay, so what symbol is that?
Pisces.
And it is element.
Water.
And the quality?
Mutable.
I
Believe.
the major arcanum that goes with this is?
Is it the Hierophant? Is it the same thing? The Hierophant?
Is the martyr.
Oh, the
The
martyr.
martyr. Oh, God, one day. That's right. I spelled that right. Okay. There is no minor arcanum card for just plain Pisces.
Mhm.
We're talking about the youth of
Coins again.
cups,
Oh, cups.
because water is cups, air is coins. Now let's go back up here. And what combination is this?
Scorpio Capra.
No, that's not Scorpio.
The
I mean,
second
Virgo,
decanate,
Virgo,
second decanate of Virgo.
Virgo and Cap.
Okay, what element? Virgo and Capricorn. Yep. And what
Earth?
element?
Is it Earth?
Earth,
Okay, and what quality?
Mutable, Cardinal. Oh.
And
I
Cardinal
analyze.
or?
Huh?
The Church of Light refers to it as movable.
Okay.
So yeah, you can still think of it as cardinal, but the Church of Light refers to cardinal as movable. And the
Okay.
key words here,
I analyze and I use.
mhm. And that just goes straight ahead for all the earth signs. They're practical. But there's another thing that this would be a little bit more. Now we're at the mutable sign, so we're looking at 7, 8, and 9. Which decadent of Virgo is this? First, second, or
Second.
third?
Second.
Okay. So, and that refers to which number, 7, 8, or 9?
D8.
Because it's Virgo, we're also looking at talk to me, Rodney.
I'm still trying to understand how a decanate designation counts as a sign. So I'm working on it.
Because of the card because of the card this decanate represents.
That's
Well, I'm being pedantic. Decanate is different than a sign.
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah.
subset of a sign. So the word
Yes.
sign threw me off, which is why I answered the way I did.
yeah. No, you did a wonderful job. I have no problem with anything. Reading over the document you sent me, you're obviously thinking about this and that you're starting to make all this information your own. And that's the best way that's the only way you can get to start delineating. You have to make this your own. You have to look at it and take in what other people are saying. You certainly want to look at other people's perspective, but you will be sitting in front of somebody. You have to interpret it and not somebody else's words. So yes, we can get more precise, but you have to be able to use your language and your means of communication in order to get across to whomever you're counseling at the time. So, make sense? There is no court card with this because it is a decanate. And court cards only go with the sign as a whole.
What was the minor?
I'm sorry. Oh, the 8 of Swords. Okay, look at the next one. What do we have here? What are the 2 sign
Sagittarius.
symbols?
with Sagittarius with a Leo decanate.
And the element is,
Air and fire.
there's no air here.
Oh, no, no.
Decanates are only of the same element.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And we have, just like the one above,
I see.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
what do we have here next?
I see.
What's the key word for Sag?
I see.
I see, and then I will.
And
I will.
I will. Okay. So what does this do with the Sagittarian energy? Because the the decanate, this Leo is a subset, as Rodney said, of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the main sign. How does the subset modify that behavior? Sagittarius is a mutable sign. Leo is a fixed sign.
Causes it to be more dominant. More aggressive, maybe? I don't know if I'm using the right word.
Less or stronger.
Right. Good job.
More
Sarah?
dramatic?
I wouldn't necessarily stress. It focuses the energy.
Determined.
Determined, yeah, yeah. So what are we looking at here? This is a mutable sign. Which decanate is it of the mutable sign? First, second, or third?
Third.
It's the third. So we're talking about the 9, and the 9 is the.
Sage.
So although we have Sagittarius and Leo here, this is also being influenced by, I do hear the echoes. Yeah, somebody else has 2 things on too. This is being influenced by whom?
The sun?
Nope. Who's the sage? Aquarius. So it's focusing this understanding and this follow through with the understanding. I will follow through with my understanding by the wisdom and the intelligence of the sage. So this is fire. This is the 9 of what?
Scepters. Scepters.
Oh, yes, scepters. Thank you. Look at the next one. What do we have here?
Queen of Scepters.
Nope. There's no,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're.
Gemini and Libra?
Yes, Gemini, Libra, and they are,
Air?
dang, I got. Okay, so. What is Gemini?
Movable.
No, Gemini is mutable. But what's the key word for Gemini?
Oh, I think.
And how about for Libra?
I balance.
Okay. So. What does Libra do for Gemini in this decadent?
Balance it.
Uh-huh. And which decadent is this of Gemini?
The second.
The second, that's right. It is the second decadent. So, and it's a mutable sign. So the mutable signs are all what? What numbers? Yes, Rebecca, you're right. 7, 8, 9.
Oh.
Since this is the second decadent, it is influenced by
Okay.
balance. And the minor arcanum is what? The 8 of what?
Is it swords as well? No, on coins.
8 of coins. Okay. What do we have here?
Capricorn, Taurus.
Yes. And what element are they? They're
Earth.
same element. Yep. And Capricorn is,
Movable.
Movable.
and Taurus is,
Fixed.
okay. And we have,
I use and I have.
Oh, what? How does Taurus influence Capricorn?
Stubborn.
I put materialistic.
Say that again?
Materialistic.
Stubborn.
Yeah, that could be the negative, yeah.
Able to use the resources. So resourceful. Yes, practical. Yeah.
Excellent. So now you're starting to get the idea of how you can put these things together. Okay, now we've got, this is Capricorn is a cardinal sign. So the cardinal signs are all what?
It's not 7, 8, and 9.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. And Capricorn is a cardinal sign, so. And this is which decanate of this cardinal sign? Is it the first, the second, or the third?
Second.
So its influence is,
2.
which is Isis veiled. And if you look at Isis veiled, certainly is the practical use of resources. It's talking about science and an organized and practical way of discovering information, of discovering what it is that you want to know. The minor arcanum card that goes with this is the 2 of Swords. This is good old, and it is a what kind of sign?
Fire.
It is
Movable.
Movable.
keyword,
I am.
characteristic. There are so many characteristics.
Pioneer.
Self-focus.
Original.
Self-focus.
Oh, that'll work.
Headstrong.
Okie dokie. Major arcanum.
Oh, let's see. Major arcanum.
The Reaper.
Yeah. The Reaper. Is there a minor arcanum that goes with this?
I don't know.
It's a scepter.
Nope, there isn't. It's the
Not for a sign.
King of Scepters.
Oh, okay.
And here we have a nice little sign here. And this sign is
Earth.
what?
Taurus.
Taurus, and it is
Fixed.
Earth. I heard you say it. And what kind, what's the quality?
Fixed.
Keyword?
I have
Mhm.
stubborn.
Yeah.
I put solid and stable.
Practical.
Where is the practical come? Practical. Sometimes I can't spell. And I have to say it out loud to myself. So yeah. It doesn't happen when I'm just typing. I don't know why it doesn't happen. But anyhow, yeah, it's practical. But where does the practicality come? From where does the what's the source of the practicalness?
The
It can't be
fixed.
Venus.
Hmm?
It really can't be Venus.
It's the Earth.
Yeah.
All of the earth signs are practical. All of the earth signs are practical.
Is Taurus more practical because of its fixed nature?
No. It just manifests in a different way. You know, sometimes I would think that Capricorn is the most practical. And then I look at my sister who's a Virgo and oh my God. You know, so it depends. You know, it depends. That practical is a characteristic of earth signs.
They're kind of secretive too. Or like into themselves, or not too demonstrative.
Well, that bull in the china shop is awfully demonstrative.
I have a grandson and a son. My son is Taurus and my grandson is Capricorn. They're both Earth. Yeah.
Very steady.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just that, Swords talks about hard work. And how is this hard work manifest itself? Taurus is ruled by Venus. So Taurus's hard work is through, is an appreciation and a desire to possess things. And you are more centered in yourself when you have stable values. And that's what we're talking about here with Taurus and Venus. And what house? That's just a bonus question.
Second.
Okay.
The second house, okay. So what's the major arcanum that goes with this?
The Alchemist.
And that's number 14. I like that number. Anyhow, is there a minor arcanum that goes here?
No.
What are we looking at then?
Looking at the swords.
Yes.
That's what I think.
King of Swords.
Uh-huh. Now, how come Taurus is the king? Wait a minute, Aries was king.
The first three are kings, just like the last couple are youths. Is that right?
Yeah, and that's according to what way the signs are
Starting at Aries being the
emanation.
first.
emanation. There we go. Thank you. Yes. Emanation. Yes. The court cards are assigned to the signs according to the degree of emanation. First 4 are kings, the second 4 are queens, and the last 4 are youth. Let's do the last one. And here we have what?
Cancer and Pisces.
Mm-hmm. And they are
Water.
water and
Movable.
Mutable.
what are the key words?
I believe and
we have Cancer first.
yes.
I feel.
I feel.
And I believe. Okay.
Okay, I'm just being sarcastic. This is
Strong emotions.
strong emotions. These are the kind of
Domestic?
emotions that
Domestic,
yeah.
like nurturing values or something.
Uh-huh.
Mother.
Yeah, but we want, you're talking, those are words that more describe Cancer. We want to do both Cancer and, we're talking Cancer and.
Worrisome.
Psychic.
There we go. We're talking about Cancer and Pisces.
Psychic.
Yeah. Pisces is dreamy, kind of other world or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So these strong emotions, are these the kind of emotions that you have or that can very easily be something that has you?
It can have you
Yeah.
as well.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Like caught
So what are
up.
we talking about here? What's the major arcanum? This is the cardinal sign. Which decanate of the cardinal sign is Cancer Pisces?
2. I think it's 2.
Nope.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cancer. 3.
Yeah, okay. So what is it influenced by?
The moon? No? Oh,
Isis unveiled. What else is associated with the 3?
The Empress.
No. What kind of behavior is associated with 3s? Or what kind of institution? What kind of, what kind of relationship is
Marriage. The family.
yeah, marriage. So this certainly is looking at strong emotions and emotions either way. The minor arcanum card that goes with this is the 3 of Cups. Make sense?
Well,
I guess so, woman. Okay, what are the fire signs?
Aries, Leo, and Sag.
All right. And what now characteristics I'm looking for are characteristics of the element.
Hot.
Going.
Impulsive.
adventuresome?
Ventura. There we go. Okay, what volume, society, or Trinity are we talking
Oh,
about?
dear. Oh,
Angular, life,
We're talking
person?
about the Trinity of. I forget I have
Wait
the
a minute,
cap lock on.
Trinity of Life.
Uh-huh. And those are what houses?
1, 5.
Angular. No, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. 1, 5, and 9.
That's right.
I think.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Okay. Earth.
Oh, Taurus. Oh gosh.
Virgo. and
Virgo
Cap-
and
Virgo and
Capricorn?
Capricorn.
When we just discussed this.
Practical.
And
Material.
unfortunately, this is. And the volume, the society, the Trinity.
Well,
What is
Is it
this?
family? Is it
2, 6, and 10. No.
Yes, it is 2, 6, and 10, but what is
Wealth.
what? Well, thank you.
oh,
Air.
Aquarius?
Libra, Gemini?
Libra
Gemini.
and Gemini?
Okay.
Yeah.
Characteristics.
Witty, likes art, social, a social being. Utopia type.
Not all of them. When you're
Okay.
talking utopia, you're certainly talking more about Aquarius than you are the others.
Yeah.
And
Because
in the-
Libra is Libra wants to be in the middle of some party someplace. And
Eccentric?
Gemini is happy as long as they're talking.
light.
Eccentric? Or is that just
We're
Aquarius?
talking Aquarius. Aquarians can
Okay.
be quite eccentric. Because they're ruled by the planet Uranus, and Uranus is the planet of sudden changes. Unexpected events.
Mhm.
What is the, what are we talking about here?
Association,
And the houses are,
3, 7,
7,
11.
11.
and 11. Okay. Okay, the last but not least,
Pisces,
Scorpio and Cancer.
Scorpio.
but passionate can be referred to in fire as well. This is a
Mhm.
different kind of passionate.
Mhm.
Did I spell it right? Okay, what houses are we talking about?
Psychism.
4, 8, 12.
Psychism.
Oh, psychism.
4, 8, and 12. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So now, yeah, this is, you know, I got carried away. And this says use sign glyphs to complete the natural, you don't have to worry about that. And yeah. To heck with you, darn it. You have it on your stuff, so I'm going to erase this thing so that we can, because otherwise we're not going to get the chart wheel. Okay. Now this should have been up there, but oh boy. Anyhow, movable signs. What are the movable
Oh
signs?
gosh.
Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn.
Characteristics?
Enthusiasm, balance, conservative. I don't know about Aries being conservative.
Yeah.
Influenced.
Okay. Are we talking about volume, society, or Trinity here?
What do you mean?
Volume,
We're talking about volume, and that volume is what?
angular,
Okay, fixed.
Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius.
And they are,
The builders?
I wrote perfectors.
yeah. They are the perfectors. They,
Fickle.
fixed signs are not fickle.
Critical.
Critical, nope.
Aren't they builders? Aren't they the ones that take what the pioneers do and build it out or something?
No, those, nope.
Oh.
Well, I think what RJ's getting at is they provide the structure. That's what the fix does. But it's not necessarily a building.
Okay.
We may be talking semantics here, Rodney. I do understand what you say when you say they provide the structure, how about foundation? Because you know, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius are the four corners of the earth. That's how in Greek and ancient mythology, the four corners of the earth are represented by those four signs. So they do a structure, a foundation. I agree.
So are they the architects or the engineers that put into place the ideas of the influencers? And then the developers are the one that finally build it. So
Oh,
like,
okay. I got that then.
so they're the
Okay,
ones that put the plans in place from the ideas.
Mhm.
Okay, and this is,
Oh, boy.
Succedent.
so who do we have left?
Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces.
And we've already said this, and they are
Cadent.
okay. Okie dokie now. We're getting down to the end. And I have to turn off my heater, just a minute. You're gonna see me start sweating soon. Wouldn't want to do that. Okay. So I asked you to label the chart wheel as a natural horoscope, and to also enter the times that are associated with each particular house, right?
Mhm.
You can't see it here because I've put so many other things in here that I didn't lock the objects to one particular place. So anyhow. So who do we have? This is what house?
The sixth house is Virgo.
This is, no, this is the,
Oh, where are you pointing? Oh, I thought you're, sorry, I was seeing the arrow in the wrong place.
That's the first house, right?
that's the first house. It's the ascendant who's here.
Aries.
Aries.
Okay. What other kind of house is it?
Angular.
Angular.
It's part of the Trinity of,
Life.
yeah, I have to, just a minute. I have to make my pen a little more narrow, otherwise I'm not gonna get everything in here. Okay. So we have, no. Life. Anything else we can put in here?
6 a.m.
Mm-hmm. And that's on the cusp. That's just the cusp. Anything else we could put in here?
It's personal society.
Personal, yeah.
And do we put movable in there too?
Say that again?
Do we put movable in there too?
Movable refers more to the sign than it does to the house, and we're looking at the house now rather than the sign. Although the sign is certainly married to this particular house in a way, we're more identifying the house than the sign. Okay, how about the next one? What time?
Taurus, 2.
4 a.m.
Sorry.
4.
Right.
Okay, and we have Taurus. It is what kind of house?
Succeeded.
Trinity of?
Well,
Anything else?
It's also personal.
It's also personal. Okay, next one.
2 a.m.
Yep. Who's here?
Gemini.
What kind of house?
Cadent. Personal, I think.
And one more categorization.
Life. Or I don't know.
Association.
Okay, what do we got here?
Midnight.
And who is on this, who is in this house?
Cancer.
What kind of house is it?
Angular.
Psychism.
Psychism, yeah, okay.
Psychism.
One more designation.
Companionship.
Personal.
Nope, it's companionship.
Oh, companionship, sorry.
Next house.
Ten PM.
10 what?
Leo.
PM.
Okay. Who is this?
Leo.
Leo. What kind of house?
Succeeding.
Succeedant.
Next.
Life.
Is it life
Yep, next.
and companionship?
Uh-huh. Next.
8 PM Virgo. Cadent.
Wealth. Companionship.
Next.
Libra.
Okay. What time?
PM. 6 PM.
6 PM. Angular house.
Association. Public.
Mm-mm.
No.
I'm sorry,
Mm-mm.
Vanessa, can you tell me again what the what life and personal means and
Yes.
wealth and personal, you know what I mean? Like I forgot what the
These are the societies. The society, the Trinity is life, fire.
okay.
Succeedant is volume, angular, succeedant, cadent, volume. Society is, let me change colors. So, yeah, here we go. These
Okay.
4 signs are all personal.
The houses 12
Yeah,
to
thank you. Yeah,
3.
yeah. These 4 houses are companion. So then what are these 4 houses?
Wait a minute. Those are personal, companion, public.
Yeah. So what time is this here?
I think 4
For what?
PM.
Yep. And the sign?
Scorpio.
I'm a little challenged with this pen, so please forgive me. I'm writing as though I've never written before. What kind of house is this?
Succeedant.
Part of,
Psychism.
okay, next.
Psychism is a Trinity, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Time?
2 PM.
Sign?
Sagittarius.
Sag.
Mm-hmm.
Public.
Cadent.
Where did that?
Or public, yeah.
Life.
So what is this?
At the very top, noon.
Mm-hmm.
Capricorn wealth, angular.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Next,
Is it a public house?
it is a public house.
Is it angular?
It is.
Right. Okay.
Time,
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
mm-hmm.
Aquarius.
Kind of house,
Association.
volume,
Oh, okay. See it?
It's Cadent.
mm-hmm. Society. No,
Association. Association.
and it is a public house. And last but not least,
Pisces.
A personal house. Cadent.
mm-hmm.
Cadence.
Okay, excellent. Wow, isn't this wonderful? Okay, so in Google Drive, there is a much neater diagram than what we've just created here. Okay, so you can get it there. RJ, send me a note so that I have your exact email address, and I'll give you another link so that you can get there and you can download this stuff, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
What's the other one with the better writing in the Google Drive? What's the name of it?
The houses.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now, before we leave this page, what's the first house talk about?
I am.
Nope.
A person, likes and dislikes.
Oh, how they look, their head and their how they look or
Yes,
something.
yes, yes. The body.
Mm-hmm. Second house.
Personal possessions, self-will,
Money, finances,
What kind of finances?
personal property.
Is values like the one you were talking about, like the values that ground you?
Yes, it can also, be, the things that physical and material values as well. However, this is the one that gets you someplace. The values that ground you,
Okay.
and they are in the second house. Next.
siblings, communication, short travel,
Thoughts,
Short journeys.
neighbors, thoughts, studies and hobbies. Relatives.
Fourth house.
home, your roots, foundations,
End of things.
heritage,
Father, I think, or dominant parent. Something. Oh, less
Traditionally, it's the
dominant.
father,
Mhm.
but things are changing, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the father anymore. It's father. It's the less dominant parent. Okay, there are other things too, but we'll get to that at another time. 5.
Speculate.
Children,
Love affairs.
family, or something.
Huh?
Entertainment.
creativity,
Is it creativity alone? Or is it just
Marriage?
a facet of creativity?
Or families, or something.
Yeah, creativity is certainly seated in the 5th house. It's seated in other places as well. We'll get there. 6.
all day-to-day routines,
Co-workers. Illness. Employees.
I used to say, but that doesn't apply as much anymore.
Work.
7.
Marriage,
close partnerships, yeah,
Open enemies.
Ooh, N-E-M-I-E-S. Did I spell it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are those like frenemies or more
Yeah,
just public enemies?
excellent. Yeah, I think you should put that in there. That's perfect. Yeah. Let's look at number 8.
What's the last word?
Frenemies.
Other people's money. Death and
Now, what
inheritance.
are we talking about when we're talking about other people's money?
loans.
inheritance,
Yep, inheritance,
taxes,
partnership, money, too.
Husband's money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like
Now, the 8th house is opposite which house?
2.
second,
The 2nd. And what does the 2nd talk about?
your
Money.
money,
Personal property.
Personal property.
My money.
This talks about, and this talks about other people.
Other people.
We're gonna have separate bank accounts, you. Anyhow,
transformation,
yes. Why surgery?
cutting Mars,
Yeah, Mars and what else? What's the sign on the natural horoscope in the 8th house?
Death.
I was gonna
Death.
say death, but
Mhm.
Scorpio? Is that what you're talking about?
And Scorpio does what?
digs deep,
stings.
It digs deep, that's right. It digs deep. So, and this is a house of psychism, so he's speaking to other entities. We've got that good thing going on too. 9.
Long journeys, philosophy, religion.
publishing,
Publicly expressed opinions.
Foreign travel or foreign friends or something like that.
Long journeys.
Oh,
Philosophy. religion,
Religion, G-I-O-N. What,
Writing.
anything else?
writing, public. Oh, you got that, publishing.
Books. Yeah, writing books, yeah.
Because where else does writing come into play? What's opposite the ninth house?
Gemini,
Which is third
communication.
house. Yeah. So, this is communications. So, and the ninth house is communication, a step up. It's broader communication.
Hmm.
Number 10.
Career. Honor. Reputation.
The more dominant parent, is it? Is that the word?
It's mother. Oh, yeah. That's right. Sorry. The job.
And is there a difference between career and job?
Yes. Could
Yeah.
be. Could be.
Can be, yeah.
Job is just over broke. Career is something that you would do even if they didn't pay you sometimes.
Job is like
Like-
mayor, career is like politician.
No, in order to do anything in politics, it's going to be a career. You have to commit to that. You would think because it's just mayor, it doesn't matter. If you're now, that also here is public service as well.
And you can do something without being paid for it, and it doesn't it refer to your career?
Not necessarily, but what it would certainly refer to would be your reputation or your honor.
Okay, true.
By mayor, I meant like current position versus career, which would be politician over the long run. More like the longevity of your past
Career
rather than just like the
politician.
current status of it.
Yeah, people may leave politics because they become disappointed in the structure, in the way the thing works. But politics is not a job. Now, a civil servant, that could be a job. Although some civil servants are also career, that's a career for them because they want to be able to serve, to help people. So that you can draw some lines there. Make sense?
I can really hear the feedback right now.
Yeah, I know, I can as well. So everybody mute yourself and just come out when you want to say something. Okay, 11.
Friends, acquaintances,
Like-minded groups.
society.
Hopes.
Say that again?
Hopes.
Like-minded groups, social groups.
What kind of social groups?
Well, probably humanitarian, nonprofit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And number 12.
Secluded places.
Yeah.
Large
Secret
animals.
enemies.
Mhm. Prisons.
Mhm.
Asylums. ashrams.
Frisians, huh? Oh, poor woman, poor woman.
Large animals.
Astral entities.
Hospitals.
Okay.
Death. I don't know. What's that?
Death is more the purview of 8.
Okay.
But then we could also say it's number 1 too, because certainly 1 is associated with Aries, and Aries is the reaper. Yeah, come pay up. Here are the consequences.
Can you explain movies? I would have thought movies would have been like number 5 for fun and entertainment.
Imagination.
The
Okay.
imagination. Yeah.
So look at all we did. And it's time to say goodbye.
Mm.
We've got 4 minutes, but you did well. You did well. I'm
Thank you,
impressed.
Vanessa.
You're
This has
very
been
welcome.
good.
Thank you. very much.
Thank you. You've also helped it to, when you teach, you learn just as much as the people you're teaching. So I try to grab somebody by the ear and teach them what you've learned. That way I'm serious. You'll reinforce it in you. I hope that each of you choose to do the second part of Astrology 101, because you can discern some interpretations from what you've learned in this section. However, there's there are more there's more information to be had by knowing the planets and aspects, and just shaking it all up and putting it together. So, and that's what the focus of Astrology 101B is, planets and aspects. And we're going to get into some math. So you keep your phone near you, or if you have a little calculator, you might have that little calculator next to you. When I first learned how to cast a chart, there were not computer programs. I mean, they were, but they weren't as available as they are now. So I did learn the math. I happen to enjoy math, so it wasn't. I made my share of mistakes, but it was something that I enjoyed doing. And when you cast a chart that way, you are looking at everything in the chart. You're starting to get information from the chart as you are making the calculations, and you're placing the planets where they belong, and all of that other kind of stuff. So that's what Astrology 101B is. And I do hope that each one of you chooses, when you get your invitation, chooses to enroll. It's going to be it'll be one class, and it'll be larger than the class we've had here, because it's going to, hopefully, we'll be able to combine the 2 sections that were begun for the fall. As I said, both sections had an enrollment of about 40 people, and you guys are the ones who consistently attended. So thank you. Thank you. Any questions? And this was an overall picture. And so you've got to read astrological signatures and take notes and do the questions in the back of the serial, in the back of the book. There are questions that just, help things along. Mary, you had something to say?
I did, that you sent us a chart for the astrodynes, and I wonder what we were supposed to do with that.
Yeah,
it
we
said-
don't have time now, unfortunately.
Okay, okay, I just
Because
want
what
to make sure.
yeah, what I was going to do with that was to have you again, identify the signs, the decanate, the keyword, and the emanation. And then what do you think could be said about that person with this particular chart, where these signs are, in which house, and how the natural house influences the house that is there because of the time of birth. And it was just as an introduction to all of the things that you need to consider when you're delineating a chart. Rebecca, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I was going to ask you if there is a burning question, can we email you, or are you too busy for that?
Oh, yes, you can email me.
Okay.
So,
I won't be a nuisance.
now also remember, the first time you go through this book, you are going to be impressed by how much information there is. Not all of it's going to stay. You reread these books, and every time you read them, you get something else out of them. Because your understanding has stepped up, therefore you will be able to get the additional stuff that's in there. And each time you read it, you get a new perspective, and just a little of something that never occurred to you before occurs to you. You say, oh wow, that's right. So it has been a pleasure. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Enjoy your solstice. Enjoy Kwanzaa. Enjoy Christmas. Hanukkah's almost over. So if that was part of what you were doing, please enjoy this holiday season. Stay well. Wear a mask, get a shot, whatever. And if that offends you, forget it. Ignore what I said. But please stay well and continue studying. Read astrological signatures. That is the basis for this, although some of the information did come certainly from spiritual astrology and from the sacred tarot, but you can't help but take information that you got from course 8 and from course 10 and 11, from mundane astrology, from weather predicting, that's astrology. Horary astrology is 8. Delineating the horoscope and progressing the horoscope is 10. Stellar healing is more astrology. It's everything. It all influences.
Mhm.
And just don't worry about getting it all. Pass the test. Become a hermetician. And then start reading the books again. What else you have to do? Who needs television? You got CC Zane. Anyhow, happy New Year. Thank you for spending this time
Thank
with
you.
me. And hopefully I'll see you next year.
Yes.
Be there, Vanessa. Be there. Thank you.
You're welcome.